cooking. I can boil a mean pot of water. I'm really good at that.
Damn.
And that's how we're starting with a mean pot of water boiling. Had to get that on stream for everyone to enjoy.
Everyone, he makes a bean pot of water.
Okay, cool. So, you have two people flying around a spire in a very small little in your launch, and you have the weapons officer aboard your ship, floating a couple of kilometers up. And what are you guys going to do now? We basically see that, and you guys are floating around, and you see people kind of streaming into the ministry, or into the spire of memory, and all that stuff. So,
all right. Audie, I assume, is watching this, or at least like knows what's going on, right?
Yeah, he's probably watching your streams if you're streaming at him.
Yeah, I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming.
Yeah. He probably flipped to cat videos right now, but you know, humans always do that.
Yeah, I'll just be like, "Hey, Audie, what do you think?"
He's like, "It's cute."
It's cute. Other than the cat videos, they are very cute. What do you think about the plan so far? Currently, I don't have too much. Like, obviously we've got the seating arrangements, but that's about it. Like, I'm still trying to troll for some information on the schedule itself.
We don't know where they're going to be yet, specifically.
Nope. Unfortunately not.
Know where they're going to be at eventually, but not when exactly.
Yeah, you just don't know if they're going to stay on stage or leave the stage after they make their speeches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or if they're going to come back out at a certain point or any of that sort of stuff. You just know all the major event things. Like you have the invitation or the television schedule of it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
so if
it's like the Oscars, it's all going to run late and surprise things will happen.
Right. Well, what would be the end anyway? Even if we did know.
Okay, so it starts with there's a host. They sing a song, like a national anthem or something. It's called like something about glory above. I don't know. It translates a bit odd, and they sing that, and then they come on and they basically talk about the city's one of the minor librarians come out who acts kind of like a city informational mayor and talks about all the great stuff that's been going on and how they're making a great place. So there's that sort of speech listed, and then there's the first singing for it's a children's choir that's supposed to come out and do the song, and then the grandmother comes out and talks, and then it basically kind of repeats that twice with the other leaders. Mm-hmm. And then at the end there is some sort of ceremony, and then it's over.
Yeah.
So that's the schedule you have.
All right. So then my question would be: is how are we planning to eliminate? Are we like thinking like assassination by afar, or?
That's what I was thinking. Like we can use the ship guns. We could use.
I mean, 'cause we didn't talk about it really. I mean, if we assassinate him in front of a bunch of people, that's going to have consequences either for or against. You know what I mean? And we don't want to hurt innocent people either.
We could try tractor beaming them up and put them in the brig.
Yeah, I mean, this is war, I get it, but the
Yeah.
population of the planet is essentially going to be, they're the population, right? So they,
Yeah.
right?
We're just trying to make them leaderless, not like kill a bunch of people.
I know, and not to go with, you know, we're fulfilling a contract order, which is to kill them. So I don't know why we're going to play diplomat, but at the same time, it makes me think.
By the way, so just in case you didn't know, when you negotiated the contract, you could have suggested to capture them instead and switched those terms. I know most of you except Paul here has only done one negotiation scene, so I will let you change those because you've only really done one. So you can change your terms. The other crew, remember, you guys changed a bunch of stuff to be more exploration crew because you didn't really like how mercenary the original first contract was.
So could we change it to capture / kill?
Yeah.
Capture or kill? Yeah. They would have been fine with that. I would have let you do that.
Then 100% capture or kill would be totally fine. I will.
Yeah. When you talk about capturing him,
amazing point.
He he's kind of nervous about it. But we're kind of flashing back now. He was kind of nervous about it, and he's like, "Okay, we got to be careful about this sort of thing."
Wow.
Because he doesn't trust them because of their weird. Because they're kind of quasi, like they seem to live for a really, really long time. And
aliens are inhabiting them.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm completely under the. I want to believe I don't work for an evil empire, but it seems like we do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. I mean,
I'm with you there as someone who got coerced into this work. So
yeah, I mean we're free spacers. I get it. Murder hobos or something.
Murder hobos. Space French foreign legionnaires.
That's a good.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
it is kind of close to that, or it can be played that way, anyways.
Or just American, you know.
All right,
yes, if you play agents, you can very much play kind of a CIA thing. You want to be the CIA and go around assassinating people and changing governments. But you guys are getting your feet wet in that territory, even as scouts.
Look, we're aiding a legitimate rebel movement. We're not just making one up and throwing a coup.
That is true. I mean, you guys have never been against any sort of rebel unit that actually wanted to overthrow corrupt governments at all. You've never been against them, or had duels with them, or dogfights, or chasing them around when they do bombings. Ever.
Never. We've never tried to revolutionary groups.
Orbit.
Yeah.
We didn't accidentally tractor beam one and kill it. No, we didn't do any of that.
You never did that. There's no irony here whatsoever. Anyways.
Regardless of that,
okay, so is the plan to kind of come in with the ship and try to tractor beam them in, tractor pulse them into your cargo bay, and then put them in with your other people?
We could certainly try it.
That's what Audie and you kind of suggested. I'm just
that's basically what we said.
The safest way to do it.
That seems just be and oh my god, that would be so, because they have their whole religion / ideology. The people from above and stuff like that. We're just they have been taken.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
They've been transcended.
But just think about it. They haven't really gotten anywhere by killing these people. So what if they just captured them and then something different? I don't know. You know what I mean?
I kill the thing that's inside them.
I got you.
Okay, so
kill their mind.
I'm 100% with you on this.
To do this,
Cool.
One, are you going to do them all together? It means it's a group of people, so it's going to be everybody in the general vicinity. So it's the entire zone.
Random people.
So it's
Why
the
not?
entire
We do have a break
area of the stage wherever they're standing. So if there's presenters or children's choirs or whatever, you might bring them up too. Two, your cargo bay is on the opposite side of your ship from your pulse array. So you will
very good flying.
have to turn the ship after you shoot the pulse array to pull them in. So if either of you fail, hilarity will ensue.
The only other solution I can see to this, if we're going to tractor beam them, is tractor beam them and just drop them into just fine.
You could also maybe catch them with the Graveler, but it would be harder. The launch, you could put the launch out there. Sorry.
What if one of us got out and attached something to them.
I mean, we do have a massive ship. We could just be like,
I pulled them away.
we will fire if you do not surrender now.
Could do that.
Drop your weapons.
Drop your weapons.
But if
No,
they
no.
do have any weapon systems at all, they would definitely open
Ask
fire on
Joshua
you.
if they do.
Take us to your leader.
Take us to your leader. Right.
Okay.
Well,
So, if the plan is to do the tractor beam thing, I will start with the presentations, and you guys can tell me when you want to do that.
Yeah.
could we, for the tractor beam thing for cargo bay, could we bring some of the rebels? Well, this is a question for everyone here. Could we bring some rebels with us as security?
The rebels are currently busy doing their own coup.
Do they not have extra people that we could use?
That would have been something you would have had to pay for in the contract.
All right, that's fine. All right, never mind then.
And I'll let you revive at least one thing. Next time you can go on privilege and put security personnel for the ship.
It's fine. All right, cool.
But that's something you could add it as a privilege. You get like a security squad or something. Okay, cool. So do you go back to the ship then? You'll go back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're hovering. Do are you gonna lower above, like right above, close up, so you can actually do this thing? You have to be within a region, so you have to be like in between these
Stealth check.
fires. So stealth check time. Difficulty
Stealth check.
4.
So you're gonna be-
boy.
Does it produce any kind of like wind or?
That's what we're trying to keep from happening.
Oh.
So maybe.
Okay,
So you
I'm
see
in the
this
ship
large
now, right?
crowd below, and it's starting to get dark. It's like almost magic hour, and we're ready for a good speech. And you guys come swooping in on your magic ship.
And we're in the ship now, right? Not the launch.
You're in the ship now,
Yeah,
yes,
we're in the ship.
because you wanted to use a ship's weapon.
Yep.
The pulse ray.
So 0 advantage against 4 and
Hey! All right.
Okay, so
partial success.
outside there, you have a success, but it's not a complete success. So this is kind of like there is wind kind of happening that's a little different, and people are walking out, and there's a little bit of like, hey, what's going on? But there's like these giant holograms coming up. Like you see this cloaked figure hologram, like right up in the center in front of the Spire of Memory, and it's all like impressive and stuff.
it's part of the show. It's part of the show.
It is part of the show.
They brought wind machines to make their flags like fly in a certain direction.
Yes,
Obviously.
there are flags. They're like almost like the Chinese flags that are really, really long and go along the entire flagpole. They're really long but really short. So they these.
Yeah, there's like the like Japanese clan flags or something.
Is that the Japanese clan? Okay. I know
think
from
so.
somewhere. I just had the picture in my head.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they're really long ones like that, and they're kind of a green color with some like symbols on it that you can read if you had a chance. But it basically says Momogata on it. It says the name of the city, and so they're all flapping around the thing, and you're just hovering there, and it's kind of windy, and the flags are just flapping, but they're not flapping all the same direction. They're kind of flapping outward. So security's kind of looking around suspiciously, like, what the hell's going on? Something's happening.
Wind machines.
Yeah, exactly. They're a bit confused. And so the first thing comes up, and you guys have full shot of this. You have view version 2, so you can watch that simultaneous if you want. That's on a delay, by the way. The view is on a delay, but there is like basically like a Twitter feed kind of thing going at the same time.
Right.
And it seems to be like they're not as positive as you expect. Perhaps has something to do with the fact that you have the network department being interrogated currently. So like it's like only like half the admins are going, so a bunch of stuff's kind of slipping through every once in a while, and then you see it get deleted for the stream. So
He did a thing.
I mean, we did a thing.
You definitely did a
we're
thing.
Above them. We're above them too, right? So we could just
Yes.
like literally have the live feed of it as well.
So the crowd's here. You're watching a live feed. You have simultaneously on a separate floaty screen, likely, if you care, the view screens with their like little pop-ups. Yay, they're coming. It's a big day. Exciting. Blah, blah. I don't like these people. Disappear and that sort of stuff.
Delete.
Right?
Message deleted. Message deleted.
Yeah, so you're seeing these messages disappear a little quicker than they should, and those are all anything negative, anything at all. Like, oh, last year was better, even, just gets deleted. So this performer, human, Paul, you know that, or Audie knows that it's a human woman. She comes out and she starts speaking to everyone and telling them how great everything is. This is the librarian who's like giving all the updates to everything and talks about how good it is. Tells some jokes even, and how good it is, and hope the humans all keep their breath, and everybody laughs.
She's clearly popular.
Yeah, because this is even in the Rim, they would likely not have, as you noticed, it says exposed adaptation. That means there's no special adaptation so that you can relax your rebreathers around by walking in areas with the proper atmosphere. So humans probably, to live here long term, probably have to go into either special rooms or have oxygen tanks that they breathe, usually at night or something, just to kind of replenish. Because your rebreather is good, but it doesn't last forever when there's a really low amount of one type of gas.
Right.
So the shorter breath jokes on human things she's making is a bit self-effacing, but it's also, there's a big problem with prejudice in various places over breathing. So like if there could be a fight in a lot of communities about what atmosphere is inside most locations, because it's more comfortable for some and less for others, right? So she's kind of making a joke that way. It's a bit weird, but you know, it kind of goes over pretty well with most of the crowd because they're not humans. But and she's a human, so she can make that type of joke. And
of course, of course,
there might be only I can make that type of joke.
Exactly. So she leads off with that,
We can
and
call
then
ourselves short of the breath.
Short some breaths.
so she after that she introduces the children's choir, and this children's choir of like tons of different looking aliens, like all the prevalent species of the galactic community come out, and they all sing songs about how wonderful grandmother is, pretty much, and it's like a children's thing, and they're really good. Like they probably shouldn't be this good. And and so they're all singing away, and then you see a person coming out. What species is it? Let me double check. You see a very small looking, a Septox in a robe come out, looking a little bent and a little loose, plods out, and it's the grandmother. You see you see it posted, great grandmother comes to speak to us, and she comes up and starts talking about how births are up this year and a bunch of that sort of thing, and she gives her speech, and the children cheer at the appropriate moments, all in unison, and
it's all a show. Yeah.
And then she goes, or I forget. Anyways, they go over and they kind of plop down on top of this like chair for a little bit, and the children kind of file off. And then the host comes back on with another host, and Anik, and they do a little bit of back and forth, and then the Grand Inquisitor act comes up, and it is it's another choir of it says listed it's like the cadets graduation class choir, and they sing, and it's much deeper and nobler, and they're just singing about glory and protection and that sort of thing. It's a quasi-military song, and while doing this, they're marching in formation. So they do like formation marching and patterns and stuff. They actually look really good from here, and you notice the camera actually tilts up. And then once they're done, they kind of line up in a kind of a square formation, and the Grand Inquisitor comes out and starts to speak. And as he comes up, the grandmother walks out, shakes his hand. He's a tall Anok, or the bird people.
A lattice.
Boop. Brain. Anyways, they shake hands, and then she leaves the stage.
Who did?
The grandmother leaves the stage.
Do we know where she's going?
She's going back towards like the Spire Fertility.
Because here's the thing I'm thinking too, that if we get one of them and it's obvious that she's been abducted, it's going to be a lot harder to get the other two.
Yeah.
A lot harder. I mean, especially if we were to,
So we squash it with the ship.
Keep the ship.
So are you going to do anything while they're together on the stage? She's obviously about to leave.
I mean, two's better than just one, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or you can wait.
Because there is that ceremony coming up. But, yeah, like, that's still an issue.
It's up to you.
The one that they hated most was the fertility one, wasn't it?
They hate her, but the Grand Librarian might be the most important, or for like general control. But the Grand Inquisitor runs basically the military, so you could get 2 out of 3 right now if you tried.
You could.
Wait for the other 2, and then we can take out the granny later.
Okay, so
because we should know where she's going. I'm assuming she's going back to her office.
Yes, she heads back to the fertility thing. You can do a scan in that general vicinity if you want. Try to see where she's going.
And that would
he starts to talk, and talks about law and order and about the recent raids that they've done on how they're all successful. Difficulty 4.
No, I was saying he likes the show too.
Yes. Right. Did you want to scan to see where she's going?
Yes.
That's yeah.
Okay. That's difficulty 4.
2 success.
Okay. So you see her. She goes inside the Spire Fertility, and she walks inside the kind of lobby area. It's similar, kind of the entrance is not too dissimilar from the other one, but it's technically a story higher, because the whole building's lower. And she looks like she sits down, and a whole group of her people or something. The whole group of individuals are coming around her, and they just stand around her. And you can tell she's speaking because you can see the movement. Like the vibration from the air. You know, when you speak, you send out airwaves. You can detect that. You can see people speaking. You can do all that stuff. Anything that causes any sort of movement above, like, including heat, you can see. So you can see sound and heat. So you can see sound locations and heat. That's how the scanning works. So it's like your impressions in space-time. So there's little vibrations you can see when people are speaking, especially loudly.
Is their heat signature any different than we'd normally be detecting?
It's not that accurate. It's not like a medical device.
Okay.
She looks like a person of her species.
Why do you say that?
Why do I say it's not like
why do you think there might be something different? You think like it's not her, or like a
I think she got some cider.
Yeah.
He's got to run in theory.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just a hypothesis at this point.
So she looks like she's
Running
sitting there
hypothesis, yeah.
telling a story or giving a speech to a group of her minions of some sort.
That's really weird.
Acolytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a private meeting of some sort.
What are the maidens called in Dune that are?
Oh,
What are they called?
Yes, Dune
right,
reference
I know.
equal, yes.
yes. I know what you're talking about, and I don't
I can't
remember
remember.
called.
So what's the Inquisitor saying?
So the Inquisitor's talking about Law and Order, and he's giving veiled, and when I said he talked about it, it's actually more like a veiled reference to successful operations against disharmony.
Right.
More than, we took down some rebels, because he doesn't want to admit they had rebels, but they also want to brag. So he talks for a bit, and then moves to the side, to the other side, and sits down, or stands. He stands at attention, and a group of two people come out. They're not really a group, but two. They come out and they have some sort of they're holding their hands kind of funny, and they come out and they stand on two different sides of the stage, and then a third person comes out at the end, or the hostess comes out. She announces that there's going to be it's about to be the big show, and she turns around and she has something on her hands too, and they all start moving their hands in formation, and above and between them a massive hologram series appears, and they start basically doing a holographic live presentation. So instead of a choir or something, the Grand Librarian has like pretty much a high-tech but weirdly manual like holographic presentation. And so it's, the history story you've seen, it's like a retelling of that, except it's very serious and somber and celebratory. And so they basically tell this story, and everybody's cheering because they don't see like holograms all the time, right? Like the small ones exist around, but they're not super common. And this is a pretty impressive holographic work. So they do this holograms. You see the Grand Inquisitor waiting, and up the stairs coming from the Spire of Memory comes the Grand Librarian. And he comes off the stage and walks down towards the Spire of Memory to shake his hand before he gets on stage.
Now might be a good time.
Now might be a good time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do or don't.
Yeah. Do it.
Do
Yank
it.
those two and shoot the other.
Just make sure the kids can't see you when you shoot her.
Yeah, when you shoot her, jeez.
So
yeah,
the Grand Librarian has like a couple librarians next to him, and there are guards, inquisitorial guards, at the door that he's about to come through. So you'll probably get some of those people if you take them now, or you can try to wait till they're on stage, but there's no guarantee the Inquisitor is going to go back up on stage. So it's up to you. I'm just telling you all the facts so you can decide.
I think they're trying to keep each other separate from each other.
Makes
yeah,
sense, I guess.
seems like.
It's like when you group up. It's like when Hicks and Apon were grouping up.
Well, it's like when you have, the president going somewhere, you have the vice president stay behind.
Yeah.
You don't send
Yeah.
all your leaders.
There's that. We have a role for this if you want to make. You can make a politic role on administration.
To do what now?
To figure out like their succession and stuff like that.
No,
and
it would be to
protocols.
basically. So if you want to know like the hierarchy on how an organization works, you see a whole army out on the stage, but they're aliens, so you have no idea how it works. You could try to figure out who the officers are or who the generals are and all that by rolling an administration task. like, because you're trying to figure out the organization, the bureaucracy involved. You could also figure out what they're trying to do and what the etiquette of the situation is.
I thought we
This
would
way.
have gotten something like that from the, the rebels if it would have been anything significant like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, you could try to figure out exactly what's going on with the staging and why they keep leaving stages and going up on the stages. Because you guys are talking about that. I'm like, if you want to roll so you get some feedback, you can. It's an administration task.
Anybody have administration?
No. I just have 2 in politic.
That was our captain.
Huh? Yeah.
Yep.
Got two.
Anybody who wants to roll, it can. You don't have to.
Might as well. I mean,
Yeah. If we can get more information.
Probably one of you guys, because I think I have a 1 in it.
what's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 3.
What it,
It is
3?
a normal,
Okay, that's not
regular difficulty.
It's not
It's
too
not
bad.
particularly complex.
Audie, do you want to do it, or I can do it?
sure, I'll do it.
All right. Cool.
Can I burn anything to make that better?
Yes. So
Spread.
So Zapata.
Oh,
So
do I have
4v4.
would I have to burn 2? Do you want? Huh? No, just 1, right?
Just 1, and you get 2 dice.
Yeah,
because we know
that's
the
how
actual-
all the tools work.
Okay.
If you use 1 charge, you get however many
Can I
dice
burn
is available.
multiples?
So it'd actually be, you would have 4 against 3. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there's 2. It's 3, right?
Yep.
Zabing, yeah, it's not negative.
Okay.
Uh,
So that's a failure.
Tried.
So what you can tell is
That's-
that they do not like each other, and they do not want to be
Oh.
anywhere near each other.
Oh, really? Oh.
And that whether they're going to be on stage together now, you don't know. It's pretty much that they probably don't like each other, and they're just staying on the stage at all, one at a
Interesting.
time, entirely because they it's kind of like required by etiquette to at least look at the other person's presentation.
Hmm.
But only really one of them has to do it. That's why the others aren't
Keep up
waiting.
appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fire away.
All right, let's do it. Get those people now.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
The best
So
you can.
we need to do 2 tasks. One is to pull them up here without murdering them when they hit the side, or pushing them the wrong direction, or just
We
getting
just
the
are-
wrong people, or
Look at our-
alerting every. There's a bunch of bad shit that can happen.
Yeah. Totally.
Like you
Alright.
could
It'll be
you could
exciting,
end up kind of just missing them and being slightly off. If you miss, you could just miss them and pull up a random bunch of guards and not get them at all. That's
And then we just drop
likely
them, it's
a
fine.
mistake. Yeah. Either
We'll
way,
go-
you will be exposed, guaranteed, when you do this.
Yep. So,
Do it.
tractor beam, go!
So you're firing a tractor pulse, which will change the gravity around them and cause them come hurling at you. Someone has to move the ship to catch them after that.
Do you need any? Do you need any
Charge.
charge?
We'd need it in the ship.
This
Yeah,
is in
we
the
should
ship,
go.
and
Oh.
I thought you were the one who was good at tractor pulse, Audie.
Yeah.
Aren't you you're the gunner? You're probably in the gunner station.
Yeah. What? I'm doing tractor. What?
Yeah.
No.
What's you've got at least a 3. That's the same score
Yeah, I
I
got-
got.
I got tractor. 3.
Oh,
You only have 3?
Only 3. I got 1 away and 1 in R2.
Oh, because you didn't put anything in it.
Yeah, because this is the thing. This is the
So you got the same thing I got.
So, but you're the one normally in the station. So he's busy manning the cloak
Scanner.
right now.
Just doing a crappy job of it, but it's fine.
look,
It's-
I can fly this ship.
And you're gonna have
so
to.
The ship doesn't have any more charge, or no, it doesn't. Okay,
Nope.
Ship has no charge.
We
Okay.
only had 1 charge at the beginning of the session.
that's cool. No worries.
Yeah.
All right,
And we
I
use it
will.
to not fail.
Hey, if you roll a
focus
7,
really-
you can get 2 charge. It'd be awesome.
Sure.
Just have to roll all 10s.
Okay, so what's the threat?
What's the threat? Oh, yo. Well, they're really small.
Nothing I can
Trying to
do.
pull them here, and they're kind of.
This was our plan.
I think it's 3.
All right.
Because I'm also going to make you still turn the ship to catch them. That's why I'm giving it a 3.
Okay. Here goes. Ba-ba.
Oh.
Okay.
Who'd we kill?
Boy. Here we go. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to say you do pull them up, but you pull a bunch of other dudes up at the same time. Like, you basically... You shoot, it hits it kind of sideways, you get a bunch of guys, and they're just all thrown into the air, and they're kind of bashing together, and they're kind of flying up.
How's everybody reacting to it?
And they're kind of spreading out, so it's making it harder on your pilot to catch the correct people while they're still close together. You're going to have to kind of swoop in and grab them, because otherwise they'll be too far apart, and you'll have to choose.
I don't have
just
any
get,
excuses.
one of them.
I'm like,
If they fall, will they die?
trying.
They will likely be at least quite hurt, yes.
Okay. Well,
What's like falling like 3 or 4 stories? It can kill you, but you don't know, right? And it's not a good height for suicide.
Yeah, high gravity world too.
Well, it is a high gravity world. It likely will kill some of them, the weaker ones, but you don't know. Like, it's still, that makes it like falling maybe 8 stories. You're probably gonna die, but you could live. Really, if you're gonna commit suicide, you want to jump out of a 20-story building or something. 8 stories, you can live, and then you'll be really screwed up.
All right, let's stop talking about suicide and start figuring my pilot.
Yes, indeed. So scoop them.
Hey guys, I'm doing my best. It's not good enough.
Pilot, pulse drive. Ship doesn't have any charge, so I can't get any more advantages. What is the difficulty?
Maybe we just put them down and pretend like nothing happened.
Definitely.
So the difficulty of this should be 5.
Oh,
Ooh.
should
And
be.
I am going to, I think, raise it to
Of
7.
course.
To
Yeah.
7. All right. Desperate
Best
guys. Desperate action time. I get a charge. But
You
that
get a
doesn't
charge
help.
for the ship after this action.
All right. Here we
That's
go.
good.
Wow.
Good.
I was so
Wow.
close.
Could've been a lot more.
I was so close.
You were very close.
I got 2 successes on my actual
Damn.
success dice. I got a 4 to the 4. What
Yeah,
the
if you would have had one of those as success, you would have succeeded.
Oh my god.
Okay, so they
Alright.
come flying up towards the
Ship
ship,
has a charge.
and you try to scoop them, and you just the ship swings down and knocks a bunch of these soldiers to the ground. Just they go smack into the ground, and everyone screams.
They're all dead, yeah.
Just scream as these inquisitors come into the ground.
Shit.
You don't currently see where the people you're actually aiming for fall, or where they land, or where they went. You have no idea unless you can scan if you wish, but currently you don't just automatically get to see where they go and whether they lived or not. But there's just screaming, and there's alarms, and
What's the threat?
we're going to treat this as a combat round, so we don't have people do too many things.
Alright.
So this round, Audie started by shooting, and you started by doing your thing of hitting people with a tennis racket. And I mean a starship. It was hard. Yeah, I know it's hard. It was great. And you are going to try to scan. So, to see where they're falling and who they are. So, multiple people in the general area. So it's 1 up for the area of no, it's ship size. So it's 3.
Alrighty. We got 4v3, guys.
Okay.
Here we go.
At least somebody-
Oh, no.
Okay.
There we go.
So you see them as they're the back of the stage has this kind of like backdrop with like kind of a little bit of a roof thing, and they actually land in that. They look hurt, but they're alive. They landed basically on the top of a tent.
Oh, poor souls.
And you also get with that success, as a success, you detect doors opening up next to the spires.
Oh yeah.
In the ground.
They have ships.
They still can't see us. They have AA probably.
Oh, they. Can
Oh
see
no,
us
they
now.
know where you are. You open the door and spun the ship around and stuff, and
That's-
hit people
like
with it. A giant blood splot.
It's gonna be an interesting time.
Okay, so you can tell there is something happening with these doors, and you are hovering over top of it. Everyone's screaming. The wind's all crazy because the ship just did this crazy ass maneuver. You'd all be sick if it wasn't inertialess.
No, we don't always have to complete every single part of our code.
We don't.
If it's gonna be,
Attempted regicide. Pretty good.
it's not always gonna go our way.
Right. Where is that? The freaking grandmother's probably escaping right now.
She's in the Spire Fertility.
She's in the Spire's fertility. The two people are on top of this tent, like right in front of the ship.
All
You'd have to
let's
spin
pick
the
up-
ship again before you shot it, and then
Let's pick up.
keep
the
it spinning all the way. Yeah, it'd be
Pick
kind
up
of
the
hard.
stage.
You could scoop them up. That would probably be the easiest way if you really want to catch these people. You could scoop them.
Yeah.
You would smash through whoever was there and just scoop them all up in the cargo bay.
Do it. Go through the kids or whatever. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no kids on the
Botched-
stage right now. The children
we
are
bought-
gone.
Okay,
They went with
good.
grandmother.
We botched this enough. We're gonna do this. Let's drive it through. Let's get these people.
Okay, so that's your first action. Is you're going to try to scoop them with the ship. So roll a
Yes.
piloting action. There's a large stage kind of in the way that you're going to have to destroy.
We have
So
a nuclear submarine-sized ship.
yeah,
We should-
that's the easy part. It's just you have to do that while catching what you want in there and
Fair.
not just crushing it, right?
Yeah.
It's
fair.
finesse, not power.
Yes.
True.
We could just crush it.
Nah. We've committed to this plan. We're gonna go through with it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What is the difficulty?
Okay, so the difficulty for this, I'd say, if you try not to kill them a lot, is definitely
I'll kill you.
4.
Oh, we don't even have atmospheric thrusters, so this wouldn't even be.
No, wake generator will also worked.
But we don't have either of those.
You do not
things.
have either, and you don't have enough
Shit.
charge to get it anyway. So
Nope.
Hmm.
All right, so it's 4. The difficulty is 4. All right.
yes, you just have to use your mad skills, pilot.
Here we go.
Do it, man.
Nope. -2 successes.
Oh,
They're all dead.
man.
We win.
Okay, so you don't know what happens to them, but you definitely smash the hell out of the stage. You just get a bunch of garbage and some inquisitors aboard your ship.
Oh boy.
So they're all like, you have some inquisitors aboard the ship down in the cargo bay, along with a ton of like bits and pieces of stage, and you're basically, you had to move to speed, so you're kind of rushing forward through it.
Hey, we got some more artifacts.
No, it's fucking garbage. It's just broken bits of stage, man.
These are artifacts, man.
There's wood and or whatever you make out of ferns. It's
Okay. Here we go. Plant samples.
All right, that was my attempt to go with the plan, and it went.
So simultaneously, Audie, are you doing something? So, the ship. So you know, let's go to the map. The ship would be probably squeezing through here, which is real tight. But
Right.
so you're kind of sideways,
Mark it again.
right there.
Okay.
So he flew down through the causeway, squeezed
Yeah.
through here,
Uh huh.
probably had to pull up real tight to move between these two spires because they kind of move up at a sharp angle. So they're pretty. This is their widest point. So you're not at ground level, but you scoop down and then you're pulling up. So you're kind of pulling up right here. And so the rear end where your blaster is back towards the square and this kind of area. So you're in that station, so that's why I'm telling you what direction you're pointing.
Okay. Is there anybody, I mean, can I do anything from where I'm looking?
Well, last time you saw her, the grandmother was in the Spire of Fertility. It's likely that the two people that you just tried to kill or tried to capture might be on the ground in a big pile of garbage you see there, but you can't tell. You could ask your sensor officer to scan first, but if you get shot at this round, he will be getting one more difficulty to deal with the whatever's coming after you.
No, that's fine. Let's do that.
Can I...
Okay, so he's going to scan first so you can gain targets.
Okay. Fair enough.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, so the big pile of garbage is kind of crazy. Normally this would be like a 2. Are you trying to scan inside 2 to know where the grandmother is, or just the square?
Just the square.
Okay, just the square. That is 3 difficulty for the pile of
take care of one
garbage.
thing at a time.
So, 3 difficulty.
Nope.
Jesus.
Bad luck today.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
no, the dice do not like me.
We are not having good odds with these, like, even rolls.
Okay, so I'm taking 2 out of here, and the next task will... There's going to be another task that's going to be a little bit more difficult. So you have no idea. There's just a lot of people in Garbage Town. You could just murder everybody in that square, in that general zone that you would hit.
I don't do that.
Or you could do nothing.
Like, I mean, can I delay action and wait for... Because if I do see some opportune target, like...
You're not going to see it this round. It'd be basically your action next round. You could also hit them with tractor beam and have that whole thing just kind of float up into the air until it... And then maybe it'll sort it out and you'll be able to see it on your way back.
Yeah.
It'll just float there till next round if you do it right.
Let me try that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a big pile of garbage. You don't have specific targets. So, 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Playing with gravity, kids.
Yay, gravity's fun!
Yay.
Especially on a high gravity world.
Yes, you're basically changing the shape of space-time to have them fly into the air.
Oh.
Okay, so you hit it, you miscalculate the high gravity aspect to it, and there is a weird thumpy, screamy sound that you guys probably can't hear because you're flying above it, where lots of people are crushed to death.
Whoops.
This is a bad idea.
That one's not my fault.
It's basically like if you tried to use a juicer, but you had lots of
It is
bits
my
of wood in
fault.
there.
So far we've plopped them up into the air, hit them with the ship. They flew, landed in something. Now we're freaking thudding them with gravity. They should be dead.
If they're there, which you don't know. But whoever was there is dead. There is pools of different colored blood merging together, and just basically almost sawdust on top of them, or fragments of all the wood and stuff that the stage used to be built out of. And you need to defend yourself. Okay.
Us. All of us.
Okay. We are not precision tools. We are sledgehammers.
We are sledgehammers.
Well, you literally, today,
Yeah.
you literally sledgehammered these dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Not good operatives.
This round, what I was talking about with the doors, you realize are missiles that are being launched at you.
Oh boy.
So you're being hit by 4 missiles,
Oh, hack those things, dude.
and
Certainly try.
because of your former action, I am upgrading them by 2, so that is a difficulty 6 attack.
Which former action?
Okay, so
Earlier
it's
one. where you guys
Difficulty
failed.
6 attack.
Okay.
Who is it would be shields defending?
Yes,
Yeah.
and you also get a disadvantage for doing another attack this round. Oh no, you don't. You do not. You don't. If you did full defense, you'd actually get a +1. That's in the thing. Sorry, I changed that rule. It's the other way
Use
around.
the ship
So it's
charge.
normal. So it's 6 difficulty, and the missiles are coming up at since you passed them on your stern.
Alright, let's check what's back there.
Everything. You guys kind of stacked hard on the stern.
So they're just kind of
Oh,
like
I'd
point
make
and
this
shoot.
ship.
They're not like tracking kind of missiles.
Mhm.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
they're really close missiles. That's what they are.
Yeah, just-
So
yeah,
they're
right.
hitting you now. Otherwise, you might be able to fly away from them, and I might have the pilot do like a running away test. But they're
Right.
really close. They launched like
Yeah, we have no charge.
600
Uh,
meters from you.
We have one charge on the ship. We haven't
Oh yeah,
used
we charged it because we did
Nothing to use it on.
Oh, right. Oh.
It's kinetic deflector that you would have to use.
Yep. We only have energy dissipators and hollow projectors.
Yeah.
Great. Never mind.
So,
So basic maneuver.
it's 6. I have shield
4.
mechanics 5.
Mm.
You can win that.
So shield mechanics against 6, right?
Yep.
We will be in their clutches in the meantime soon enough. Hey!
Hey!
So your ship's like spinning up at this. They come and they're about to collide with the outside, and they hit the shield, and the shield's being calibrated, and the explosion is just kind of propelled backwards, and it's super exciting. And it would be like the opening trailer to this TV show every week for all the next season, and you kind of spiral up. You're kind of going at an up angle because it'd be the only way you could get out.
Yeah.
And it looks like the doors are loading for another missile barrage. And there's chaos down below. What do you guys want to do?
Fire at the missiles.
Get the heck out! I don't know.
Yeah.
They're kind of...
It's-
they are kind of launching from in between, or you could try to attack the defense systems, which seem to be
Basically-
right here. Actually, they're right here, sorry. So they kind of
Basically-
launched up and over. And you
I
guys are
see
way over here by now.
one of 3 options. We can leave. We can try getting the grandmother, or we can deal with the defenses. Those are 3 options that I see.
Defenses. Then we're open to do whatever the heck we want.
If they don't have... If
They don't have backups.
Yes. This is one launching system that they have.
We also
Probably-
do have
You
to
know
think-
that a core system would have like multiple... It's basically like in this world, there are multiple types of ships. You're in a corvette. Then there's a larger ship that works the same as you. It's called a frigate. And then bigger than that are capital ships. And capital ships and like star bases and city defenses are kind of similar, so they can have multiple weapon systems and stuff. The ships don't have that. It's just all considered one. Even if it's narratively multiples, on a frigate or a corvette, it'd be all one thing.
Because, like, we would destroy that one, they just bring up the other one.
Yeah, they're probably arming throughout the city, but they're probably in different locations.
Yeah.
There might be one on the other side of the spire too, if this is a really hard point, but at
Can't
other
judge
places there might be
ever.
ones too.
Yeah.
You could
So,
you could take it out though. That's totally a cool move.
so do we?
If you
take
want to
out
do it, it's
defenses and-
difficulty 4.
Do we take out defenses and go for the grandmother or leave?
Could stealth. Try to stealth.
I've already announced that you're going to be attacked, so if you
You
have to defend against that attack this round.
You could take out if you take out the missiles, then we can stealth, and then we can do whatever the heck we want.
Okay.
All right.
So, just so you're clear, there's more than one way to defend the ship. So, if you want to fly defensively and basically do a full defense as a piloting task,
Yeah.
you get +1 to defense against a
Okay.
difficulty 4 to basically dodge missiles. You're basically just moving around in the general region. You move one space zone, which is quite a bit for
Right.
this area.
Right.
and that would free up your shields station to do something like stealth.
All right, I could definitely try doing full defense because that's what we're trying to do right now. Like not get missiles. So yeah. I'll
So
do
I'm just
that.
saying that that's a possibility. I heard it come up, but then it's like, oh, we can't shield as well that way. It's a little confusing. You know? It's all kind of written in the book. I'm doing a bit of a rewrite pass right now to make it a little easier to read.
So yeah, if we wanna, I can go full defense. Audie, you can go and shoot the missiles, and then we can try stealthing. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. I'll start with our attempting at full defense, which is gonna be.
Okay, you do that last.
Okay, well then.
You just
yeah.
announce that you're in full defensive,
Yes.
and then you'll get a +1 to your defensive roll at
Cool.
the end. Okay, so Audie, are you going to try to shoot this thing? The ship is spinning and doing crazy shit. You are at various points during this pointing in the correct direction.
Good. Yep. Do that. Artillery.
Okay.
Don't have anything to
So
burn.
it is difficulty 4, and there's guaranteed to be some armor because it's obviously like a little bunker, like it's an underground thing. You have to smash through it. So
Right.
We don't have surface targeters, so we don't have.
you don't have
charge
surface
rating.
targeters, and I don't know if you have charged.
We have one charge, which isn't enough.
Yeah, sometimes that's
yeah.
enough to just to put you over the top.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have charged pulse on your ships at all.
Right. So 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta believe. You just gotta believe it's gonna happen. It's gonna
Gotta
happen.
believe.
Oh.
Okay.
My heart.
Okay, so you shoot and you miss, and you hit. It looks like a general like marketplace where they're selling like souvenirs and stuff, and you just obliterate it. You hear this scream. If you could hear it, you're sure there's screaming going on as all these civilians are killed.
I want to go home.
Hey, if anything, they can't deny that there are rebels now.
Yeah. All right.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're doing something that.
So currently, you are getting messages, by the way, Captain
from the
Sequoia,
rebels.
from the
Yes.
rebels that they are currently underway with their activities. They do not know
We are
exactly what's
causing-
going on with you.
We are causing a great distraction.
We are causing a great distraction.
The news feed that you had up is still showing this stuff. It seems like there's chaos. There's like the people who would probably stop them from showing it are currently being shot at and crushed and that sort of thing. So it's being shown, and the person sounds completely stunned. They're just dictating what's going on. My God, an alien ship is attacking, blah, 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 kind of thing. It's pretty much,
Day of days.
yeah,
Yeah.
any alien movie you want. Pretty
Yeah.
much, it's a freaking out news reporter screaming about how they're being attacked by aliens who are destroying, killing civilians, and yeah.
Whoops.
The feed they're getting is from the Spire has basically a couple sensor nodes at the top, and so they're basically getting an aerial view like that. That's what the sensor systems they're using down below. They're like 0-point sensor sensors that they were using as the cameras, is what they're originally shooting from. But then they pop to the top one, and they also have the ground one, but the ground one doesn't show anything right now. They haven't shown that one, probably because you crushed the hell out of it, and any sensor
Just
information
not
they
gonna-
have is a bunch of garbage.
So, Craig, you want to get a stealth?
No. I'm not gonna
I'm
be able
guessing I'm
to
going to
sleep
use
for
the charge for
a year
this.
after this.
For the holo projector.
Yup.
Yeah.
So
Be good.
take that off. That gives me a +2. 5. Okay.
Oh boy.
And that's because they're alerted,
yes.
because they're at full active scan for the city's
This is
like
7
defense systems.
against 5.
Can he roll statistically probable?
Nice.
He can! You are vanished.
I'm so jealous.
But you still have to defend against the missiles that are about to hit you.
Oh crap. Alright, pulse drive. 1 advantage from full defense against 4.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so you spin, and the missiles just kind of go past you, and they kind of streak around, and then they like hit various points in the city just randomly. And a couple of them actually go off. The other ones just dud out like they're supposed to.
A couple of them hit the spires. It's all good.
Yeah, they hit a couple different like neighborhoods. Like there's a apartment blocks and stuff. One of the missiles hits that and blows up the apartment block.
Oh, they're attacking their own people. That's going to be great.
I'm
Great
sure
for the
they'll
government.
blame it on you.
They will.
You're a free target as well as a free spacer. Okay, so no more missiles are being launched because I have no idea where you are.
Cool.
What do you want to do now?
All right. So,
Question.
all right.
Scan?
We're gonna.
We gonna go down there and scan the area?
Or are we just gonna bail?
Well, we're gonna make this a little bit democratic. Do we go for the grandmother and make sure the other 2 are dead, or do we leave?
Okay, wait, hold on a second. Are there still bad guys on our ship right now?
Oh yeah, there are those Inquisitors that are They're probably a bit disoriented. You
Yes,
know.
there are currently several Inquisitors on board in your cargo bay.
Turn off the oxygen.
You could open the cargo bay door and just reverse the gravity and drop them out. Your current cargo in there is what?
We'd
Is-
reveal ourselves, though, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Our current cargo is.
Oh, you have some marginal trade goods in there. I haven't even defined what they are.
Mm-mm.
You may lose that. I will have you roll. It's 1 difficulty to just... There's 2 difficulty to drop these people out there without losing your marginal trade goods.
And what are we using?
Yeah. What would be?
It would be a piloting test.
Oh boy.
Got this.
All right. I'll try it.
Or we could, just take some Inquisitors with us.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could interrogate them. You got to go down there and deal with them. Probably
Yeah.
Audie would be
Yeah, start with
interested.
Would we be able to shut off the gravity or the oxygen, whatever, to that area?
I don't. Hmm.
The problem with that is it gets a little dangerous. It's like a bio. They did this before. It's like a biosciences test.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, you have a
I
living
got a 4 in that.
system aboard your ship, and if you screw
Yeah.
this up, you can hurt it and basically damage your ship.
Yeah.
And
So-
another guy council
So are we just gonna throw these guys out, or are we gonna try like doing stuff like keeping them on the ship? Because I can just roll and see if I can just throw them off our ship.
You could also make it really hard for them, and these one or 2 of you could go down there and in full EVA suits, and
How many are there?
you don't know.
Yeah, I could go down and at least look. I mean,
Craig would head in.
Okay.
I'll
Okay, so make sure your EVA suits are
Yes.
run up. So you go into your. We'd see a scene where you like rush over to your ready room. Your suits go on. It's looks like a spacesuit kind of cross between like the Martian one and the Martian one from the Expanse and the Martian one from the Martian. And
Wow. Quite the bash up.
Yeah.
no, their helmets are almost identical, but it's just
Fair.
like it's not solid metal like the Martian ones, but it's similar. And then you step down. Basically, you have basically an elevator, but it's just a hole, and you float down it really, really quickly, and come out in the cargo bay.
Mm-hmm.
So is it the 2 of you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you hit the ground, probably all 3-point landing shit. It's awesome.
I'm crouched down, and he's standing up. So we got.
No, you gotta do the
Oh,
superhero jump.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's superhero landing. And you see your cargo bay, and it's just full of pieces of stage.
Yeah.
This is all this crazy stuff. There's a flag sticking out kind of sideways. You see your cargo. It hasn't really moved because it was properly stowed over there. And there's some people kind of climbing out amongst the thing. And there's 2 groups of 3.
Oh wow, 6. Jeez.
Mm.
Should we try to?
These
intimidate
are
them?
stock characters, so you can deal with them. Also, remember, this is where you built your brig.
Brig? Yeah.
So your brig is right next to where your marginal trade goods is stored, and it's kind of sitting there, and it looks like people have been kind of jostled around a little bit inside. And people are climbing out of the rubble and kind of start talking to each other and pulling out machine guns.
Machine guns.
Wow.
Yes, archaic weapons.
Archaic weapons. Okay. Well, we're gonna be scary as hell because we're aliens.
Your aliens in big power armor suits, essentially.
Pretty much.
Can we try to intimidate them to drop their weapons and?
You could, but you probably have better skills at shooting people than you do at it.
I do. That's the problem. Okay.
You might want to play a social character next time.
Could I get an advantage if we shoot a couple of them and then say, "Hey, surrender"?
Yeah, probably. But let's do one thing at a time. What are you doing now?
Shoot.
Shooting.
Okay, so they're getting up and probably noticing you guys didn't land all quiet because nobody said we're stealthing down there. So you basically superhero landed. They looking up, pulling out their machine guns, and they're going to be shooting at you.
Bring it.
So what do you do? So you're in a big rectangular room. You're several zones away from them. You can shoot them from here. It might be slightly more difficult. What is the range on your weapons? That's how we figure out what's going on. So your range on your multi-tool is a zone. So that allows you to do melee within a zone. Let me double check my info on here, because I don't want to shortchange you. And tags. Okay, coordination, defensive, attacks, multitasking, or
Shit, too much.
Should we exchange fire or should we dodge and then?
No.
Hmm?
Craig is going to run in and be a shield. You shoot from behind him.
So zone is within the current zone. That's
Nice.
your basic range, and within the current region. So if you move forward, you could shoot at them.
Oh, so we have to move before we can shoot.
Well, it's part of the action. You can move like one zone naturally. If you want to run over there, you can basically do a movement roll to try to get into position with them.
Mm-hmm.
This entire cargo bay is basically a region, so you can shoot them. It's just going to be one more difficult.
Yeah.
So difficulty 4.
Difficulty on that too.
Wouldn't they be having a little bit more difficulty because they're in a different type of gravity?
And they're shooting. They're
Sure, you
throwing
can have an advantage
rocks
for
at
the
us.
fact that they're in a big pile of crap.
Nice. Good advantage.
Mhm.
So Craig would go full defensive running up to him.
Okay, so if you do that, you can only really move one zone. It's going to take you a while to get to them. Because it means all you're doing is defense when you go full defense.
Okay, so
I don't know if you have still access to the book, but it's on page 58. Defensive tag is when all you do is take a defensive action, and you can of course move one zone. That's the basic. You can move a zone.
Okay.
Along with your
So he
action.
moves a zone and goes defensive, I guess.
And I'm behind him. Right.
Okay, so what are you doing, buddy?
I'm shooting around him while I'm
Basically, think how riot cops would go in. You have the one with the shield in front, the other one behind him.
You can decide to protect him instead if you want, which means you would get the bonus, but you would have to expand your shield, which would also give you a disadvantage. So you can expand your shield around him. So you would take a disadvantage and gain an advantage.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you expand your shield, you move forward, and you're going to shoot, Audie. Why don't you do that shooting?
Okay.
Which group are you shooting at? It doesn't matter. I'll just choose one.
Whichever right now.
And that is within the region. So it is.
I'll use my disruptor targeter.
And you get an advantage
This would be
because of reasons.
Nice.
This would be 5 difficulty in total, and you get 1 advantage from them. They're just kind of climbing up through all this pile of rubble. So it's really hard. So 5 difficulty, but you get 1 advantage plus any advantage from your tool if you're doing spending
I'll
charge.
get 2 more for my disruptor targeter.
Yeah, so that's a total of 3 from the sounds of it.
Okay. And it's 5? Yeah. Okay. It's gotta come out. Come on. It's just been one. Oh, there we go.
Bam.
Hey!
Okay, so that was cool. So you're doing
Obliterated.
Obliteration. Right.
okay.
It's
So
the equivalent
it's
of going
more
down
like-
with a
Well, we're shooting like gravity. No, not gravity. That's the tractor beam. This is the pulse projector.
Pulse projector.
it is basically
shooting energy
space
weapons at
time
mall
is
cops.
like wrapped up into a knot, and you hit them, and it disrupts their molecules and all
You
that
divide
stuff.
by 0.
I was about to say, I'm just curious if it makes a noise.
It goes like. Whoom.
Probably doesn't. Oh yeah, probably.
Audie, do you have any charge?
Yeah. I spent a charge. Oh, I don't have any more. No.
Do you want to give him a charge, Craig?
I could.
I don't
can
have a
do it.
charge. We don't have
Okay.
charges.
None of
So-
us have charge.
Oh,
So you're
well.
just spent. You got 5 that damage you're doing,
Mhm.
which basically takes out their. No, that's already gone. I think that's gone from when they landed. So you kill one of the dudes.
Yeah. Now they need to take a morale roll to see if they.
So they are shooting at you.
Mm-hmm.
So you get an advantage for the range.
Okay.
Plus your advantage for defense, Craig.
Mhm.
And so the difficulty is 3 plus 1 for the fact that you're expanding around someone else.
Okay.
So 4 difficulty, and you
4.
get 2 advantage.
And what am I rolling now?
I'm talking
You're not
to
rolling anything.
Craig.
Oh, sorry.
So I got 2 advantage, and it's 4 difficulty.
Yeah. Oh, no, 1 second. It's 5 difficulty because they're both shooting at you. They're ganging up.
5.
Combined action.
0.
Okay. So
Take.
that's a failure. You're going to take the damage. And that is going to be... they're only... 1 plus... Oh, let's see. Double check the defense. Okay. Oh, fail. You're gonna take 2 damage, so you can soak that with one of your levels of armor. Do you have combat armor?
Yep. Got
so burn 1 combat armor.
it. Done.
So he protects you, takes the combat armor,
Mm-hmm.
and it is your turn.
That's what we were.
They move. They're moving forward right now towards you. So you could, if you move, you could maybe move and melee if you wanted. Actually, that'd be kind of difficult. Yeah, you could run and be in melee next turn, or
Oh, yeah.
if you succeed at a scrambling through all this crap roll, or you could keep shooting and you'd still be at similar disadvantage to last time.
I think we should both run in melee.
You just don't get to attack this round.
Run and shoot.
Cause we could mess them up melee style.
Hmm.
But yeah. How many other left? So there'd be
There's 2 in one group and 3 in the other.
2 more groups.
And he's not dead. He's hurt. Like he's hurt.
Yeah.
He's kind of working with them, but he's not really helping them.
Out of the fight, kind of.
Yeah. He's just being a burden to the squad.
I could run at the group with the 2, and then you could keep firing at the 3 if you want, or
Yeah, my firing is not good, dude.
Oh, it's not. Is your melee better?
Neither one is good.
Oh,
He's good
okay.
at shields, and that's
You got
about it.
shield, yeah.
Which is why I was shielding you.
No, I know that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys could do the same thing again you did last round. I mean,
Let's
you
do the
could-
same thing again. Yeah.
Okay, so you move one zone ahead, and I'm gonna make a combat page. I keep forgetting. Okay, so you move one zone ahead together. You shield both of you, and the other one shoots. So who are you shooting? You
The
shooting the damaged group?
damaged group. Yeah.
Okay, so difficulty of this is now would be 2, but range is an issue, so it's 3.
Okay.
And I don't. You're not on any sort of craziness or anything, so you get 1 advantage for them still being in there. They're just getting out of the pile of junk right now. So
Okay.
next round, the advantage would go away if they keep moving forward a zone at a time.
Okay. So it's just 3.
Yeah.
Threat. Okay.
But you
Alright.
get an advantage. You get an advantage.
I got the advantage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pew pew. Oh. Nope.
Jeez.
Okay, so you miss,
I'll be the shields next round.
and
Then I'll be shooting them with a 1.
you need to defend against them.
You can get me
So-
up next to him, dude. I can mess him up.
It's 4 difficulty,
Okay.
plus you get an advantage for the range.
Okay. And for the whole defensive thing?
Oh, and 1 for that, yes.
So 2
Okay.
be... What was the threat there again? 4?
4, yeah.
Oh,
Bam.
nice.
Okay, so you get to charge your reactor by 1.
That's what
Damn.
we wanted.
For a
Yeah.
6, I only get 1. Okay.
Maybe we can shoot again.
You go 1 higher, you would be totally... It's
Yep.
every 3, so it's like on 4 and on 7. It was super close. If one of those was a 4, you would have had total 7 successes. Anyway, so yeah, you totally defend. Actually, you have to roll a d6. Did I tell you that? Because you expanded around him, right? So that's a disadvantage. So you're defending both of you.
No.
So just increase it. Just add 1 more d6. It's not going to change anything, but just roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
Okay. Still 6 successes. Okay, so you're totally defending. The machine gun fire hits your shield, and you're totally just blocking. And so they're out of the pile of garbage now, and they're kind of moving together in kind of formation towards the 2 of you. What do you do? You could run up to them and enter combat in melee and do melee this round if you wanted. Potty.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Unless you feel like we'll be more. Yeah, that was a pretty freaking good roll. No, screw it. I'm just gonna jump at him.
A lot of the advantage is going to be gone because they're outside of the garbage and they're now within range for their weapons. So.
Right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna enter melee with him.
Okay, so who are you ending melee with?
Does it matter? The nearest guy, I guess?
You're doing the damaged group?
The damaged group, yes.
Okay, and Derek,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
is Craig entering melee with the other group, or what are you doing?
He's still trying to defend as much as he can.
Okay, so the other group is going to attack you, but they're going to
Cover my
attack you with
back.
the machine guns, so it means you're not going to get a counter attack or anything.
Like full defense, right?
So you're just kind of standing there distracting them.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I don't get shot in the back.
Okay, so you rush in, Audie, and your weapon, this helix of pulse comes out, and you're like swinging around, and the blade's bouncing all over the place and moving, and it's super. And the guys are trying to defend themselves with these batons. And go ahead, let's see how they do.
Yeah.
So the difficulty is 2.
Okay. 2. I got this. Bam.
Wow,
Saucy.
that sucked.
Yeah, it did suck.
He's got so many dice. He's got 5v2, and he rolls 2 successes.
Rolling so bad.
Okay, so you kill a dude.
Yeah.
So now they're down to basically 1. And the other group is spread out around you, and they start shooting. They're spread out around Craig, and they're shooting at him with their guns. So it's like filling you with holes. So defend yourself, since all you're doing is full defense. You get the +1 for full defense, but that's it. And the difficulty is 3.
There you go.
Wow. That is 5 ones.
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump at that group. So
Buy that up to 3. You are taking
We'd only be dealing with one group if somebody could shoot.
4 damage.
I'm flying the ship.
trying my best.
Using another combat armor. How much does that soak up?
3.
Okay, so 1 gets through.
Okay, so you have to use something else. So it would be better if you just used the other thing.
So just the other combat armor.
Oh, do you have more? How many combat armors do you have?
I had 3.
Okay, so you basically have to take both combat armors.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I see this.
That's so he's just taking shells, and his combat armor is all blading all over the place, and it's pretty chaotic.
I see that, and I
Go from a freaking
Go ahead.
6 to a -2.
yeah.
Yeah.
I jump at those guys.
Are you jumping at the guys that are shooting at him then?
Yeah, try to get them off.
Kill your dude!
You want me to help you?
Kill your dude!
They're gonna take another shot at you.
Okay, so I'm gonna say if you attack these guys, the other guy comes with you, and so you're going to be dealing with a difficulty 4 to fight all these guys.
Versus a difficulty 1.
No, I'm talking. Audie has to deal with difficulty 4, and they can't shoot you now because they're engaged in melee combat.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, it works really good. Good idea. Do it. So you block this guy's baton with your multi-tool, and then your blade kind of flips around as you spin it out at this other guy, and then you enter combat with you're now fighting 4 dudes.
Yeah, trying to save my buddy.
So he's being kind of impressive right now. Well, we'll see. Maybe he'll roll 2 and then a -5 or something and totally get murdered. It'd be great.
Yeah, kind of impressive.
So that will be less impressive if he totally gets murdered.
Spectacularly impressive.
So the difficulty we're talking here is 4. These guys are
So nice
guards,
to
not
charge.
soldiers. So they don't get any bonuses for that. And they're all basically trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a melee.
6.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So you get to charge a reactor
Nice.
by 1, and you're going to kill one of the new group because you're specifically attacking them. The other guy's supporting them.
Jeez, dude. I trained with Yoda, and I don't know.
Pick up rocks, you did.
So that's 2 plus 3 is 5. Let me double check. Oh, I wish I had I gotta put these numbers on here. Oh, here it is.
This is my thing.
Yeah, this is integrity, so you need to do over 7, and I don't think you have enough charge. What's your charge on your weapon?
It's 2, I think.
Your charge pulse, I mean?
Charge pulse is 2, yeah. I got 2.
Yeah, that's not going to do any different. Okay.
Okay.
So you take out one of them,
Mhm.
and it's impressive as AF. So now one group is down to 2 and one is down to 1, and you're like fighting them with your weapons, and it's really cool.
So cool.
So what are you doing this round, Derek? As he just basically takes these guys, he's all fighting them all at the same time and hits them with a ladder or something. It's very Jackie Chan. I don't know.
You're like, I didn't know his legs could bend that way. I didn't know he was that flexible.
Yes, it's Jean-Claude Van Damming them. Van Damme you to hell.
I guess I fight him. I don't really have much to do that with.
Yeah, you could shoot them or stab at them. You could try to stab the guy who's supporting the other group.
They're totally distracted.
If you stab that guy, difficulty is 1. And you get 1 for... Well, you don't get it for concentrating. You get the +1 for concentrating if you attack the other group. But the difficulty would be 3.
Backstab.
Yeah, so I'll go after the one guy. When am I rolling?
Okay, so it's difficulty 1. And you're probably rolling melee unless you want to go and punch him.
Yep, melee's fine. I get the same 2 dice.
You got this.
Okay, so it's melee, and you can use your disruptor targeter if you want. I'll give you a +1 die.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
2v1. Nope.
Okay. So,
Close.
yeah. He, because it's melee, you kind of build these things together, so you do get hit. So you're going to take 2 points of damage, which is actually going to hurt you. So you need to take the resilience slot, which puts you at disadvantage.
I've been at worse, guys. It's fine. For now.
So you're like, oh, as you get hit by them. You took a good shot. You actually should have really hit that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty normal that if I'm rolling with only a 1 or 2 higher, I'm gonna roll a minus.
yeah, despite the fact that it's actually closer to... If it's 1-to-1, you have like a 54% chance of winning, so... At 2-to-1, you really should
I'm
be
just
winning.
going off of the averages of my rolls here.
It's you, not the dice. Anyways, okay, so this round, Kung Fu Fighting, it continues. The guys seem pretty desperate. Like, they have no idea where to go. They don't even really know where they are. They're just kind of fighting for their lives. What do you guys want to do?
Well, other than continue fighting, I guess I'll try to finish off the guy in the one group. In the group with one guy in it.
Okay. The difficulty is still going to be higher because... Well, no, he can't support... Well, the other ones are attacking you for sure. That group is peeling to fight Craig now.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be the same as if you attack your guys, because they're kind of... If you attack somebody who's not attacking you, the other guys are still attacking you, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's a weirdness of melee. So that is a 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Actually, it is a 2 difficulty, because he's with 1. No, that's weird. It's got to be 3. Yeah, 3. Wow.
Okay. 3. Okay.
Okay, he's dead.
Okay. That's done.
And Craig, what's he doing?
Probably just defending again, since that's all he can really do.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's attacking you this round, because the guy was just killed. So you could leave. You could search around.
Alright.
Disengage.
He's
There's
gonna
only
go
like-
into stealth.
Well, there's only like 1 or 2 of them left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but If I miss, I get hit. So
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
if you do range, you could shoot at them. You could back up a zone and just shoot the guy.
All right, because they are in melee.
Yeah, it was because you attacked them in melee. It came out a bit weird. I wouldn't, if I knew you were actually going to attack, it would have been slightly different. But
If he misses, will he hit me?
he could, yes.
Good
okay, yeah, he'll just go into the stealth.
Okay.
idea.
Roll stealth.
What's difficult?
The difficulty is 3. Okay.
Four.
So you disappear. They can't try you. They know you're around somewhere, but they don't know where exactly.
Yeah.
Like they know you're still there because like things get moved and stuff. But they're really busy melee fighting with Audie. Okay, Audie. The last two guys, they're attacking you because they have nowhere else to go. You suspect, yeah.
Yeah.
If you right now intimidated them, you would get a bonus 1 against their 2. Because it's kind of a desperate thing. Like, you guys are kind of kicking their asses.
Yeah.
But you are by yourself now, so you don't get a bonus like 1.
Okay.
But it would be
Well,
like
they just saw him go
asophageology.
disappear. They have no idea where he's at.
Yeah. That's why... Yeah, that's true. It's still only a bonus of 1. For all
So,
the people.
I'm gonna burn my last charge for this attack.
Okay.
So give me 2. That's it, right?
Yep. And
right.
difficulty
What's this
is... yeah, 2.
2. Ding, ding, ding. Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Double
Hey.
crit.
Oh.
Double charge.
Coup de grace.
So you get to charge 2.
Charge 2. Okay, go on 1. There you go.
Okay, and that's awesome. So you charge 2, and you get to you're gonna do 3 plus 2 damage is 5. You'll kill one guy. You can't really kill 2 because your weapon does not do enough damage.
Does not do that. But it's spectacular killing. the other guy.
Yeah, so you're like just wailing about, your blades like flicking around between here and there. It's like everywhere. It's like, it's weird because it's like fighting with a sword. The sword's got a mind of its own at the same time. And it's just one guy left, and he's kind of backing away. He is going to give up if you let him this round. He realizes all his friends have been struck down. What do you want to do? Craig, are you doing anything this round? You're in stealth. By the way, from stealth, you do get an advantage.
Oh no, he's just gonna sit there. This is entirely Audie's thing. He was just trying to get him close without getting hit.
I did a good job.
Then tried to do something and failed. He was just like, oh, okay, no, fuck
You
this.
did it though. I wouldn't have gotten that close. I would have gotten eaten up.
Okay.
It worked really well. I'm gonna try to make him, like, drop your weapon, get into the cage.
Okay.
Get in the car.
Yeah. He's kind of like, hey at you. So I'm going to say he just listens. And so you basically bring him over to the brig, and he goes in there. You take his like gun and his baton and make him take off his armor or something, probably, right?
Yeah.
Take away his communication tool.
Yeah, I take anything away that looks like it might be used against us.
Maybe you throw him like one of the little like paper thin jumpsuit things that you can make for free. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he takes off his clothes and gets in there.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's cool.
So what's up with the rest of the dudes? Are they just all dead, or are they incapacitated? What's going on?
One group worth is dead, and another group is incapacitated. And you basically you get him to maybe drag them into the brig with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you have one
Three-
stock group that's incapacitated.
It
Got
smells terrible. No, that's
You don't have anything for these sorts of people. You didn't know they existed, so unless they happen to be ancient aliens or something, they're not really worth anything to you.
They have shit inside them that makes them go crazy when they eat gum.
You could try the gum on them and see if they do.
Yeah, I actually
Oh,
do
yeah.
have the gum.
Oh, crazy.
But we don't want to get rid of the gum.
Okay,
We'll
so
get more.
normally we would have quit a little while ago. It is 10:15. Do we want to call it there? Do you guys know what you're gonna do next time?
Probably just like leave. Honestly,
Yeah, you're
Like,
like,
we're
screw
gonna
this
put a-
addendum. It's
basically like finish. Like be like, hey Joshua, came here. Drop a beacon on the planet. Leave.
Yep.
okay. Let's just quickly do that then.
Alright.
You drop the beacon. Do you drop it like on the same continent or like somewhere really far away?
This is
Let's look at the planet for half a second.
There
Let's
we
just finish this up.
Yeah.
And then next week we can, I guess, finish
Yeah,
a
we want-
contract. We don't have time to do it.
We want to drop it on the same continent because we're basically claiming that spot as the archaeological site.
yeah.
It's got the ancient alien
Because
crap.
that's like, yeah, the city is like basically an archaeological site.
Yeah, the actual main spires are. The other ones look like they're actually new.
Yeah, no, the main spire.
Main spires, yeah.
Yeah,
So
those-
you're doing on the river continent. You're just basically dropping it somewhere where they probably won't find it.
Yeah.
There's a current civil war look like it's going on. Your actions have made it slightly easier for them, but it's not going to be easy. It's not like you took out their leadership necessarily.
No revolution is easy.
I mean, we did squash that spot and throw those leaders around as much as we could.
Yeah, you don't really know where they are, and I'm not going to.
We threw them into complete chaos, so that'll...
Yes, I'm sure they're pissed off now. At least.
We made sure that they were suspecting each other of hacking each other, and
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, there's some chaos going on. It's going to make their job a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to just let you drop that. You just kind of drop it out of the ship into the muck somewhere. So let's look at the contract. Okay, so claim. So you drop down a claim buoy. It's basically a little tiny like piece of like it's a chip that will radiate this. It's got a tachyon emitter that basically radiates one thing. It's kind of advanced, but it's kind of small. And you're trying to claim this an archaeology site for House Suspiretta? Sure. I'm going to be really nice and let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done those two. So you drop two buoys down, two claim chips down. Hopefully they won't find the one in the archaeological site, considering they're in a civil war right now. And I'm going to say that these ones failed.
Okay. We tried.
Yeah. Yeah, we did try.
You tried.
We tried.
I mean, we could have just straight up murdered them. But no.
We could have.
Now, if you would have found out more information about the process, you might have been able to wait till a better time or something.
Yeah.
Or if you would have succeeded on the task to pick them up. Or
or
catch
if we would have
them.
succeeded on a bunch of different tasks.
Yeah, if we
lot of
if we
fail.
had, not failed.
Okay, cool. So, you guys fly back. It's a return trip. That makes it simple.
Okay.
So you just return.
Just do it.
So you fly to the outside of the sector, or outside of the system, and you fold space, and you come back to where is the campaign setting?
The system we started in.
Yeah. So you fold from PS96 right here to where the hell were we? Oh, it's been so long. Oh, Fails, right? No, Succulus? Not New Titan. Oh my god, I've forgotten where we were. Let me check.
No, not New Titan. We started. Oh, that's not. I looked at the session. The session. That didn't help because it didn't say what planet we were on.
Oh, it doesn't say down at the bottom here? Oh, my notes.
Nope. Doesn't. It does not.
It doesn't.
Figure it out.
We were on a planet.
It's not on the contract.
Is this about a library? Yeah, where the hell is the library? Anyways, you come back to the system. We'll figure it out later.
Alright.
Okay, so, I think it was
We
Thales.
finally did
to be
disrupt
honest.
the order.
Yes, you're definitely going to get a bunch of stuff like that this round. Yeah, I think you're a Damascus. New Athens and stuff.
The status quo has changed.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so you fly back and you meet... Where is the... Let's look at the contract. Okay, so...
There it is. HS021.
HS021? You mean 1-2? Fails?
1-2. Yeah, 1-2. Blah.
Okay, yeah, so you go back to Damascus in HS12, Fails, and you go to meet your client, whose name... Oh, yeah, was it... No, who was it again?
Whose name only the captain really knew because he was the only person that talked to them.
Oh, yes, Ambassador Hardish.
Yes.
Pradish of Hostos Breda. Here it is. Okay, so you fly in, you dock. He comes to meet you. I think. Anyways, it's an Onik. They come to meet you and go ahead, acting captain.
All right. I'll
So-
walk off this.
You
Walk
come
off the
into
ship.
like the library you remember very well, and you take this. I think you come over by launch, and you land there, and then you walk in, and they first ask. Oh, I guess they would know. Are you advertising that the captain when you arrive, Captain Carter leaves
Okay.
with a big bag full of eggs. And
To be expected.
tells you that there's more important things. It's better to be a drifter out on some world and
Alright.
have your family than to live this sort of life. It's just not worth it.
That's fair.
That
Each
is
their,
fair.
each their
And
own.
they go off to the XMI facility to basically pass in their crew kit and stuff and tell them they're not doing this. You may meet Captain Carter again. Who knows? And then you head off to the library and meet with Assessor Pradish. So you
Alright.
get escorted into a room, and Assessor Pradish is an Onak, so picture snail person, and they kind of come up and they sit down as much as they do, and they look at you and go, "Oh, a different one of you, is it? So, how did it go?"
That's right. Well, it was an interesting time.
Do you send them the records of what's going on and all that?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
There's no reason not to.
Do you give them a bunch of video of what happened, or you just send them like all the locations and everything, and the fact that those places are there, and some pictures or something? What do you?
All the good stuff,
Um,
you know. Good amount of editing.
Yeah, like we have time on the ship. Like I make a basically like kind of concise report in both videos and pictures, and just like here's some some scanning maps of like the areas and the city, and like some some video and images of those things, as well as like like some data on what we have sampled from like the stone dogs and the ferns and that kind of.
Yeah. So reports in this future probably look a lot more like what we think of as a like a documentary, like you're standing there talking, or you just voice over and you show them all the evidence, and it's like hyperlinked or whatever. Like the data's right there in the video, so they can like take the data at the same time. Yeah. It's like all those people who put hyperlinks in videos, like on Xbox Live or on even YouTube videos. They really wish it was. You could just take the thing. It's like that. And so you see him. He kind of glazes out for. How long is your video? Is it really long?
Ooh. No, it's like a highlight video. Probably 10 minutes.
Okay, so you see him glaze out for like the full 10 minutes. He watches the entire thing. Does it end with something terrible, like you like, yeah, hey, at the selfies or anything, or is it really professional?
Not unless like one of them slips up.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. No, I'm not like shouting at them like and subscribe at the end of it. No.
Maybe there's an awesome shot that looks like from the opening of our show where the ship kind of flies away into space. And the Free Spacers You Can Trust kind of logo comes up or something.
Acting captain. Sequoia.
Yeah.
It's just, you got Liam Carter crossed out.
Free Spacers.
Oh, God. Okay, cool. So, you see this comes up. He's like, huh? He's like, interesting. So, what is your did you put your conclusions in there? What is your conclusions? What do you guys say you believe happening with this on place and the ancient aliens and stuff? Or is it just like, here's the facts and what we saw?
I think like my Sequoia has her own that she definitely, and she's like, my conclusion is that basically from the information that we got from the rebels, that they crashed on, they kind of leapt blindly into space and found this planet, and they were taken in by these aliens, and that these aliens have either like, they started dying off, and so they've either like infected them or transferred like their something about them into their leadership.
They're either indoctrinated or they're either completely.
Yeah, there's like invasion of the body snatcher Manchurian candidate type thing. Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, interesting, but they're from our house too, but deserters, descendants of deserters from early in the war, but still interesting. And you say they're in a civil war.
Currently, yes.
Fighting for them.
And they're loyal.
They're loyal.
Very loyal. They're loyal to your house.
He kind of looks like, they're loyal. They don't even know us. But he's like, interesting. So we could claim this world. We would just have to help with this war, unfortunately.
Of course. They are the opposing this Sekhmet Empire is a bit destabilized, to be honest. And I have some faith in this rebellion to at least make some progress against them, or for the rest of the house shows up.
Indeed. He looks at it and he's like, interesting. Okay, so very well. You did what you were contracted to. It's really too bad you couldn't make this rebellion successful instantly.
Sometimes you just have to take what you can get. Well, subject, we have a present for you. And I'm just like, well, actually, no, that's for XMI. I'm just like, well, I have a present for you. And it's just like all of our samples right afterwards.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. You pass him a box full of the samples. Nothing for the Cassini ancients, eh? That's unfortunate.
Nah, it would have taken. We have some artifacts. We don't have any of the actual beings, considering they started dying off, and they're probably interred somewhere where we couldn't really get access.
Okay, so 175. What's 175 times 2?
350.
350. RV. And then we need 80 times 3, if you guys can do that math while I...
240. Good mental math.
Yeah, really good. Okay. And the next one's 240, then. Okay. 240. So we're doing these parts first. Okay, so open trade. So Sparetta is going to pay out. You have a total of. I'm gonna need my calculator for this if it will pull up.
It's gonna be.
So you got 300 plus 400 plus 350 plus 240.
It's minus the privilege article. It's 1,000 together.
1,000 what? You cut out.
1,450. If I'm doing my math correctly.
Okay, so this is what you get from House Sparetta, and you have to decide how you want that.
Oh, 15, 1-5, not 5-0.
Oh, interesting. 15?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah,
it's minus
because
the
it's
privilege article,
Yeah.
which is 75. Because otherwise it would have been 1490 altogether.
Okay, so because you have basically open trade with your patron all the time, we're gonna just include that as well. Let's just do the math now. So we'll add another 500 to that. So it's
All right.
9.
1915.
Yes. Right between the wars. 1950.
In the middle. In the middle of one.
Okay, just at the end, I guess. Okay, so so you have this much that you can spend on 2 different types of materials. Complex materials
Okay.
We need both. 'Cause we were out of supplies too.
and supply.
Yeah.
And I just have to double check the cost of them because it's scoping my. Okay, negotiation is right here. I have listed in here. So
1,200 divided by 80.
80.
Jeez. That's a good question. That I don't know off the top of my head.
That'd be
like-
15 for a complex.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I'm going off of what you have over here on the other side, the trade article, and the last contract.
Oh, what did you say
And
the
then
number
5
was?
for supplies. 15 for complex, 5 for supplies.
That doesn't sound right. Okay. No. Complex materials are 10 each. And supply are 5 each.
Oh. This wasn't that far off. Calculations
Well-
changed since last contract, apparently.
No, I don't think so.
That's what it looks like on their contract.
Oh.
Yeah,
There might be a reason for that.
you
I'll
might
have
have
to-
balanced it differently.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it should be 10.
Okay.
Alright.
So you guys can, and we'll redo this math. I don't know why this isn't, because that should have been 120, not 80, unless they got something else with it. The 22 is correct. I don't know why the 80 is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I will just give you that too if you want. So that's 40 on top of that. This should be 120.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys get how many complex materials is? How much do you want in which? Complex materials is used for your repairs and your upgrades, and supply is used for doing projects and mods and activating your modules and stuff like that.
You need a lot of both.
Yeah, I say we get at least 50 supply and use the rest for complex.
Alright. I'm good with that.
50 supply?
51.
So you want to spend 50
Uh,
times 5 is
250. So 255 on supply.
255 on supply.
and then the rest
So
would
it's
be like
negative 255.
it would be 1660, which is 166 complex materials.
Okay, so
So-
1660.
There we go.
16.
Unless we want some more supplies.
Okay, and then I'm going to record the amounts in here. So that is, did you say that was 51?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so that when we look at it next time. Oh, and then you get an extra 40 complex materials on top of that.
Sweet.
All right. So
From
we get
me
200
short shifting the old crew.
So we get 206 complex materials altogether.
Good.
And actually, make something on the ship with that or something.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do all that next week. So next week we'll be doing retirement projects and probably a new contract and all this sort of stuff. So what you need to think about is a little bit of homework is what sort of opportunities did you gain during this time that you could use as like a side scam for your retirement project. So golden opportunities are the easiest to take advantage of. Self-motivated ones are pretty high too. Let me
We
look at
know all
retirement
these
project.
people ripe for exploiting.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing you guys didn't do that could have gained you some monies on this front would have been to do something like trade. Like if you would have collected a bunch of goods there, you could have sold them when you arrived. This crew doesn't
Yeah.
do a lot of that, partially because maybe time. It take a lot of time to do different things, so you might not want to
Well,
waste
there
it.
wasn't really things that we could
You got
collect.
some of those hippo things and sold them as pets.
Yes, you could have
Definitely.
tried to gather stuff.
I mean,
Also,
we could
next
always
week,
go into the slave trade. We got two prisoners. No,
That's no.
you've turned those prisoners over. I gave you the stuff for turning over Renier Muse and Minha.
Oh yeah.
Isn't Minha dead?
he was dead.
Yeah, Minha
Yeah,
is very
it
dead.
was-
Kill, capture or kill. So you have
Yeah.
his remains. You have his proof of death.
Oh, awesome.
But
You
we
gave
still
him the
have
proof
that
of death.
one crew member
We have that.
that we picked up who was getting bit by the beetles, and then the guards.
Yes.
We have an Inquisitor and a random Marquitaru dude.
Yes, you can either turn them over for free, just for goodwill, or you can try to make a new deal next time to add to this. We could try to make the deal now, but it's basically a procurement deal. You get to do one roll. So if somebody wants to do a roll and describe the negotiation, we can do that. Or you can just be like, here, take them, they're gifts. Because they're not going to be worth a lot. Because they're pretty low-level operatives.
But it's free information.
True. So if you guys want to roll on that, you can. You can sell them both to XMI. XMI is very interested in this sort of
Roll
thing.
it.
What are we rolling exactly?
Basically,
What skill?
oh, we didn't count the claim jumpers here, did we?
Nope.
No, we did under
No, we did not.
Oh,
No,
well then we get
we
more.
You get more. You guys did really well in this contract.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to negotiation. I just have to calculate that math for you. This is the mathiest part of the game.
The Matthews. Yes.
Math.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause
they're
the
fugitives.
claim jumper thing never had any value.
Yeah, it didn't have any
Oh, on
value
it.
attached to it.
No,
It's
that's because we
just
didn't know what
points.
level they would be. They're basically count as fugitives. And from Arkitaru members. So that's criminal squad is what you're counting with this. So he's actually gone. He's a nobody without influence. He's worth 30 RV. And the
We
other
also
two...
killed that one captain girl.
Yeah, she's Marlin right there. So the other two are worth 120 each. So 120 times 2 plus 30 is 240...
270 altogether.
270.
So altogether, we're gonna have 2185 total.
270 RV. And do you want to add 27 complex materials to your list, or do you want to add more supply?
Get some more supplies in there and complex. Just kind of split it up, I guess.
Doing the hardest things.
Just get, I don't know, a freaking.
What's does anybody have a calculator? Works my computer's
Yes.
doing a funny thing.
What,
right now.
what is it?
1660 plus 270 RV. Let's just put in complex materials. If you guys really want to trade for supply later or buy supply, you can.
Oh, that's 1930.
Yep.
1930. And then this is going to be 193 complex materials. Right? And plus the extra 40. So make sure that's on your ship sheet. If any, who's doing that?
Who is doing that?
Nobody's doing that. Okay.
All right. I got it.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
So complex
Yeah,
materials is
find the
40
supply.
plus 15 plus 193.
Okay.
I'm just waiting to see it click. Over.
So it's like, I think 258 altogether.
258.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And supply moves up to 53. There we go. Okay, we're done. So, you guys will be able to spend the complex materials on various things next time. All the people are taken care of. The only person you have is technically that squad of Inquisitors. If you want to sell them to someone, you can. They'll be nobodies though, so they'll be basically worth 30.
Yeah, we'll just keep them.
They could scrub the deck.
New crew members.
Yeah. They'll
Yeah.
just be the deck crew.
Then you might want to get a brig, because otherwise... Because the current brig basically is going to last for this mission. It's going to start not being viable soon.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah, we'll just make them a part of the normal crew. It's fine.
Yeah.
They got nowhere else to go.
They don't.
Well, they're technically members of House Sosperetta, so you can sell them to House Sosperetta. If you want to make a roll, you can. We can just sell them right now.
Just give them. Be like, here, take them. They're yours.
Okay, so you give them over. They're interested in
careful with them.
interviewing them, and they're happy to see you.
Gum affects them weirdly.
You can keep that gum, or did you pass the gum? You didn't pass over. Oh, you did.
No.
It was
Yeah,
one
you
of the
did.
groups. So 1,
Oh, right,
2,
it's one of the samples, then, yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Sorry we went late, everybody. Thank you for staying. Next time, like I said, we'll be doing retirement projects, which is kind of the downtime action stuff. And we'll be doing a new contract and that sort of thing. And I will be hopefully on stream before that. I'm not sure I'm going to have time for all this. This is a busy week. Cool. Anyways, I'm Christoph. This is Free Spacer. And these gentlemen are... Why don't you start, Brock?
Alright. Hi, my name is Brock, otherwise known as St. Guard.
Okay.
I stream most times, so.
You cut out a little bit on me.
It's all
Got
good.
lots of cutouts today. Paul?
Paul, I play Audie.
And that's about it. Okay, and Derek?
Derek, I play the squid dude that likes to eat.
There you go. Cool. Thanks for playing, guys. And I'll see you all next week, I think. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.